Hey everybody, welcome to the random game Unshrinking. Although this is not really an Unshrinking because this thing is not sealed, so let's call it an unboxing. But this is the brand new Walking Dead, the definitive, Telltale Definitive Series Collector's Edition that I got in the mail yesterday. And honestly, it's too damn big. It's freaking huge. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. Like, I honestly, at this point, regret buying it. And for a couple of reasons, which we'll go into. But just for a size comparison, here is the Shenmue 3 Collector's Edition. If you can even see it in the picture, the limited run put out not too long ago. I probably had to back up so you can just get the idea of the scale of this thing. Here's the Shenmue 3 Collector's Edition. And here for also reference, here's just a basic, PS3 game. So, I mean, okay, it's nice to be big, but this thing is just too damn huge. Like, I don't know where I'm going to put it, what I'm going to do with it. And, I mean, if you're a collector, you probably have a lot of these things, and like, where are you going to put it? Unless you're like a person who only cares about The Walking Dead, and you just bought this collector's edition just for The Walking Dead, you have nothing else, then you're like, okay, fine, I'll just, have this in my house, and it'll take up like a whole room, and that's fine. But that's not my situation, and I think most people that buy this are going to be collectors who collect other stuff too. So actually, let's leave this here just for reference. I'll bring it back in a second. But let me turn this thing here. This is, I want to say it's like, I don't know, 2.5 feet wide and maybe like 2 feet or 1.5 feet deep, and like at least about 2 feet high. I mean, it's gigantic. I mean, I'll tell you, I like the fact that it's all in one box in theory, because I hate when they have these soft bundled collector's editions where it's like, it comes with a bunch of stuff in a box, and then you also get like the game separately. If that's the case, I feel like the collector's edition is not really a collector's edition. It's just a game separately and then a bunch of other garbage that you get separately. This is actually in one box, which is nice, but it's so big. I mean, like, literally, I'm going like ranting and raving here, but where am I supposed to put this damn thing? I mean, it's just gonna... Again, I'll zoom back just for like understanding the scale. So I have this collector's edition, which is already the Shenmue one. It's already pretty damn big. It's pretty wide. It's good. It's a good size. I like it. Limited Run did a good job. It won't fit on my shelf so well, but at least it's not gonna take up the whole room or something like that. But then you got this big kahuna over here in the back, and let me turn it on its side also, just so you get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Or just to turn it around, if I can even, like, it's heavy too, by the way. It's like, this is the side of the box. So here's Shenmue. Whoops. Here's Shenmue. Here's the side of the box. Like, come on, you're kidding me. All right, let's having gotten that out of the way, let me open it up and we'll show you what's in here. And there's some nice stuff, but again, just too overboard. And again, where do I put this thing? So you open this thing up here, and it did not come sealed at all. On the top, you have this sort of layer, a tray that comes out that you can lift out of the box, but there's a bunch of stuff in it. First of all, there's this plushy guy, and I gotta move it back so you can see it. It's crazy. I mean, I haven't actually, I don't know what in the game this guy's from, because honestly, I haven't played The Walking Dead too much, and partially because a lot of the episodes have been digital, and that annoys me, and I was happy to get this because it was actually a physical release. I just didn't know how physical it was going to be. So we got this little plushy guy here. We have a hat, which is cool, which I understand is the hat the character wears in the game. So that's a cool thing, and it says The Walking Dead on it. So I actually like the stuff they've included so far. There's this thank you postcard. Just basically, I think thanks that you paid a lot of money. I won't say how much I paid for this because I'm embarrassed, but you can look it up and find out. There's a pin that they included as like a thank you for being late, I think, with the game, because it was supposed to come out like 5 months ago or something like that. Then there's a t-shirt. Let me zoom that back. But Walking Dead t-shirt. And you could request whatever size you wanted. And then in this middle compartment here, there's a bunch of weird stuff. This is like some more pins, I believe. Yeah, so there's a Clementine pin, a few other ones. I forget this guy's name. I did actually play it a little bit, but I forget his name already. Oh, Lee, yeah. So that's that. And then this thing here, I believe is like, I actually didn't open it. I think it's like those nested dolls. Yeah, it's like those Russian, I don't know what they call them, Matryoshka dolls or something like that. So, yeah, so, it opens up and there's these other dolls inside. It's cute. What's this middle one here? Oops. I guess, is it how Clementine like ages over time? Is that the idea? She gets older, and yeah, I think that's what they're trying to go for. It's cute. I mean, personally, my opinion is for collector's editions, it should come with stuff that immerses you more into the game world, not like little tchotchkes. So like, this is sort of cool because it's not something they typically include, but it really doesn't immerse you in the game world. These are cool, but they sort of, like, I could have done without them for sure. What am I gonna do with these pins? Like put them on my jacket or something? And t-shirt is nice. I like to wear t-shirts, so I'm good with that one. Actually, I gotta put this thing back in this stupid box. I will say one thing. The box is sturdy, and everything fits together well, and they packaged it well, which is more I could say for a lot of collector's editions that have been made, so that's definitely a plus. This thing, me and my son would want to, like, I don't know, play with it or something. I mean, it's okay. I could have done without it too, frankly. The hat is nice. That's actually probably the best thing in my opinion, because if it's something the character wears in the game, you could, get immersed in the game by wearing it. And again, pins and whatever. Okay, postcard. Nice. Thanks for saying thank you. I appreciate that. So this whole thing lifts out now. Okay. And now underneath here is another box, and I gotta sort of like move this so you can see better what I'm talking about. It's a box that lifts out, and there's a lot of dead space both on the left side and the right side. And that's where I start to run into a problem, because why could they not have used this space more effectively? They probably would have not needed to make this box so gigantic if they would have actually maximized the space. So I'm really completely puzzled by that, to be honest. But let me lift this thing out and see. Well, open it up. I have opened it before. This is the statue or whatever. And I'm not going to open this up completely because it doesn't come assembled even. You have to put it together. And I'm not sure what that means. Oh, damn, it's heavy though. So this is another, thing that opens here on the side. So let me point this down. Now that I'm dealing with like a slightly more normal box, although this is still like, pretty big. So this thing opens here, and then it opens at the top, and then there's a styrofoam and assembly instructions. I guess it's really just a matter of sticking the things into the pegs. It doesn't look too difficult, but regardless, this is like a whole separate styrofoam block you have to lift out, and I'm not going to deal with that right now. Maybe someone else could make a video. I don't have the patience for it at the moment. But one thing you may have noticed, there's no freaking game in here. Where's the game? That's the whole point I ordered this thing, was for the game. And I mean, I guess I could get the digital copy. I think they sent the digital code. I ordered the PC version. But I didn't the reason I got a collector's edition, again, I don't want a soft bundle. I want the game inside. Now, obviously, there's plenty of room in here to stick the game in if and when I receive it. but why haven't I received it yet? They sent emails back months ago saying, oh, they're sorry, the collector's edition's been delayed, and we'll ship the PC version separately. But then the collector's edition got delayed further and further, so at this point, why not send it to me with the game inside? Like, this box is obviously meant, not this little quote-unquote box, but this gigantic box obviously is meant to hold everything, because this thing over here goes into it. So, you know, you're supposed to store it in this freaking huge box, but they didn't give me a game to go in it. So anyway, I'm sorry to rant and rave here, so I'll stop this video in a second, but the bottom line is, like, I don't really want this thing. I mean, I guess maybe I could sell it. You know, I'm keeping the shipping box, by the way, because I'm not going to find another shipping box that is big enough to send this out. But I usually like to keep my games. But I don't want to have to set up a whole new wing in my house to store these collector's editions. It's just getting freaking ridiculous. And I know I didn't have to buy it, and I know all that, and blah blah blah. Don't go buy it, whatever you're going to say. But I didn't think it would be this big, honestly. This is the biggest one I've ever seen, and it's just too much. It's excessive. Let's just go back to putting the physical media out on these discs, so I can go to the store and buy them. And if you want to put a collector's edition, have a T-shirt is nice, a hat, whatever. These freaking statues are not necessary. Nobody cares about the statues. Nobody displays the statues. Nobody does anything with the statues unless you got the biggest freaking living space that exists. So anyway, apologize for the ranting, but hope you found this interesting and educational. And, if you didn't buy this thing, you probably did the right thing. And maybe you'll get it on eBay for cheap, or something like that. But regardless, hope this is educational, because I want to at least show the people that didn't buy it, make them happy for not spending the money on this thing that now they have to worry about storing for the rest of their lives, basically, or selling. So thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you like this content, and have a great day, everybody.